What's good, family? Want to welcome you guys to another episode of Grown Pains, the #1 place for melanated people like me who are looking to acquire real estate. Whether it's your first property or you're looking for the generational wealth, this is the place to be. Today we're talking about mindsets, so stay tuned.
The last hour in our home. So actually just closing today on this place. This is a 4-bedroom, 3,000 square foot colonial. And actually this was a purchase for my son to come home to right out the hospital, newborn. Now it's been 2 years and we're moving out. The market is up. Maybe attached to things, you know. My son did have his first steps here, his first everything, and it's been a blessing. But at the end of the day, you can't hold on to material things. There's a better and bigger one in the future coming. So guys, be willing to sacrifice for a greater opportunity.
See, one thing about mindsets is, you know, if I were to lose it all today, and I mean every last possession, every single dollar I currently own, I'd be able to get it back. And that's all due to the mindset here. You know, one thing is, you understand, even just taking back to our history, you know, when they couldn't actually slave us by labor, they enslaved the minds. And that's till this day. And, you know, and that's carried on, I should say, into this day. And it's for a reason, right? Because when you control this, everything else is a given. And that's a problem, you know, especially one of the biggest problems with our culture. You know, we value the wrong things. You know, growing up, you know, looking back, you know, we always seem to praise those who have nicer things and clown those who had nothing. One thing we need to understand is to stop valuing the wrong things, and value ourselves, value our families, value there's just so many different things that we've been taught that we need to unlearn. And with that being said, it starts with the mind. And with that unlearning, we need to also build a resilience where we are not afraid to fail, you know, because one thing a lot of people don't understand, especially when they see success, they don't see the failures. You know, everything looks like it might have been an overnight, but it's never overnight. There's always somebody putting in the time, putting in the action. And for those who haven't, trust me, it'll be taken away as quick as it came. And you know, that's a prime example, even as simple as your lottery winners, right? Someone with a poverty mindset, especially within our community, that's been something that's been passed down for generations, whether it's a poverty mindset or a middle class mindset, it's been passed down. You know, we've been in a place of working for instead of working for self. And it's okay. Not everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody needs to own a business, but everyone does need to own something. That's one reason why I'm trying to help our people, and people like me at the end of the day. As young, old, doesn't matter. You know, it's not like I'm at a place where I'm, you know, this big fish in this large ocean. I mean, I'm a very small fish in this large ocean, and I'm just getting started. But I've seen what it has done for me. I've seen what it has done for others. And, you know, like I said, just as simple as one asset, you know, putting money in your pocket, is can change your life, and many of our lives. One thing is we didn't get the 40 acres and a mule, so we can take back, and get our ownership, and acquire. But let's break it down to a simple step, right? First, you need to understand the difference between an asset and a liability, right? An asset is always something that's going to put money in your pocket. Simple as that. Liabilities take things from your pocket. Done. That simple. So you being a homeowner living in your property, that is not an asset. We need to understand the difference between the two and start acquiring more assets, so that instead of looking at our bank statement every month, every week, whatever you may do, those things are changing, right? So we see a bunch of additions, there's actually money being placed into that account and not all these subtractions. So we need to build a resilience to understand that you only fail when you quit. When it comes down to it, you only fail when you quit. And with this, you're gonna reach some point of failure. You're gonna always just be hit with some bullshit. And the thing is, you don't always have to deal with it. That's the beauty of real estate. For me, I actually manage all of my properties. But when I get to about 50 units, that won't be the case. And there's a reason for it, right? Because if I'm not managing it, I'm paying someone else to do so. So for those who might be always be interested in real estate, but never wanted to actually do the work, never wanted to get those calls late at night, your toilet this, your toilet that, understood. I definitely get it. And you don't have to. There's just so many different ways to get to wherever your position of life or what you want, what you seek in your life, whatever goals you're trying to reach. There's no particular one way to do this. So I'm just asking y'all to wake up, stick with me for this ride, as we continue to grow, as we continue to build. Understand that I'm trying to build a community here so that we are actually just doing what God has left us here to do. Because at the end of the day, there's no reason why we should be going through what we're going through still to this day. And like I said, there's a lot of powers at hand that is keeping us from trying to do better, trying to be better, trying to live better. But it doesn't matter, because if you don't quit, you'll get right through all that bullshit. Get right through all of it. And I believe in myself, and I believe in every one of you. So I hope that we can grow, continue to do better, continue to get better. And I'm talking about Africans across the diaspora at the end of the day, because one thing is we don't understand within that mindset too, they've broken us up, I guess you could say, to kind of be independent from one another, right? And that's a problem within itself at the end of the day, because with no unity, how could you really build? Even down to the simple two, man and woman, which I'm just more so understanding. You can't build without working together. It's just what it is. And especially in this game of real estate, it's a relationship business, completely, all relationship. So if you don't have the integrity, or you're not, I'd say just a good person, right? You're gonna go through some hardships, because your name is everything. So within this business, we need to understand that it's all relationships, and we got to get out our shells and just do better, be better. So follow us on this journey. Make sure you like and subscribe. Any questions, any things you might have pointers on, or you might like to include, please just comment below. Make sure you just hit me with whatever questions. I'm trying to push this content while I'm also pushing and doing what I can for my life. So I just hope you guys stay tuned. There's more to come. Peace.